Hey, good morning, scholars and staff. It is now 7:29. We're going to go ahead and get started with some morning announcements this morning here on Thursday, April 28th. It's going to be a great day in the Eagle's Nest. Just 2 days left here this week in the Eagle's Nest. I'm excited for what will be a great day. We got an after-school event this evening from 4 to 5, so I'm excited to see our scholars for an extended amount of time today as we get and move forward to Friday in the Eagle's Nest. All right, so today, I want to make sure that we're doing what we always do, which is following the Fairview 5, right? Making sure that we are actively listening to the speaker, keeping our hands and feet to ourselves, cleaning up our area, being kind to others with our words and our actions, and doing our best. So as we close out this school year and in the last month or so of school, we want to make sure that we're keeping the Fairview 5 at the top of everything that we do, right? Because that is the standard that we set each and every day for our scholars. So make sure that we are living up to that, following the Fairview 5. So all of these 5 things you were doing each and every day, wherever you may go in the Eagle's Nest, whether it's recess, whether it's the bus, whether it's hallways or in the classroom, we are continuing to finish strong with our Fairview 5. So we got about 30 school days left this year. And so we want to make sure that we're finishing those strong by following the Fairview 5, but also by giving everything we have inside of our classrooms. So we had after school tutoring yesterday for K-5. Well, today we're going to have it for just our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade scholars that are involved. And so for our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade scholars, when you're dismissed today, I encourage you to then tell your mom or whoever picks you up, hey, let's go right back down and park and walk to the back of the building, because on the blacktop we are having an event tonight from 4 to 5. So come get you some pizza and also come get a couple of things to help you be successful on your end of grade testing for all of our kindergarten through 5th grade scholars. So that is today from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and it will be right behind the school on the blacktop where you have recess every single day. So if you're within walking distance of the school, come on back, walk on back to the school this evening, and so that we can see you, get you some pizza, and you can receive some information about end of grade testing. Looking forward to that and looking forward to seeing you a little bit later. Also, 2 other things. Got Class Dojo, making sure that we are earning as many points as we can. We only have a couple of stores left, so make sure that you're earning as many points. And then also you're putting your cell phones up when your teacher asks you to do so. Put those away in your book bag, as those don't want to be a distractor. With 31 school days left, we want to be locked in. And so we want to make sure we're actively listening to the speaker at all times. Here's our weather report. It's going to be a beautiful day today, right? About high of 72. Ooh, that feels good outside, right? So today and then tonight, when we have our Title I night, it is going to be an awesome evening for that. Sun is shining, so have fun in recess today, playing in your recess zones, making sure that you're still following the Fairview 5, but also having some fun outside in the good weather. So we're finishing strong for the remainder of the school year. So just to talk about a couple of things, we talked about setting goals on Monday, we talked about staying organized on Tuesday. Yesterday, we reviewed remember what we've worked hard for. And today we're going to talk about talking positive about yourself. And so we want to make sure that with setting goals, we remember that setting goals gives us focus, keeps us motivated, allows us to achieve more. So one of the things that I showed you was this, right? We fill in those blanks. So if I want to become a better reader by the end of the month, I will practice every single day or whatever goal that you had. So you want to make sure that you're always setting goals, because that's what helps us achieve more, but also keeps us motivated. The other day, we talked about staying organized, right? That keeping your desk in order, using your agenda, creating a routine for yourself, right? And so we talked about Kenny Beecham, who's a YouTuber, and how even as a YouTuber, there's all of these different things that he has to have to stay organized, to be successful, and to continue to run a popular YouTube channel. So yesterday we talked about remembering to work hard, right? How hard you've worked. Remember that, right? You've spent over 1,000 hours in school just this year alone, over 150 days, right? You've grown a lot in different areas. So we showed pictures all the way back from August and September of last year, just to show you how far you've come. So remember how hard you've worked. That keeps you motivated to finish strong. And then I showed you this quote as well, which actually goes along with what we're talking about here briefly today. But always remember, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. That's self-confidence. And so today, one of the ways that you can finish strong is talking positive about yourself. Now, you just don't walk around saying out loud, I am great, I am great. No, not like that. I'm talking about that inner voice that you have, that when you're telling yourself, you know what, I can do this. I believe that I can do this. I believe that I am enough. So that inner voice that you are training yourself, even at an early age, to say that, hey, yes, I can grow and I can always be in a place of wanting to get better, a better reader, better at math, better at science, a better runner, a better basketball player, better dancer, whatever you want to get better at, but telling yourself to yourself that I can get better. That positive talk about yourself will help you get to where you need to get to, but it continues to build up your confidence inside of you. And so today, I want to talk to you about somebody that did that, that I got to see firsthand do that and on a very high level. So I want to introduce you to somebody, just a picture. He's not really here. But there's a picture of a guy by the name of Theo Pinson. So he's about 25, 26 years old. But I met Theo when he was 13 years old. So he was when I was a teacher. My first year as a teacher, I taught 8th grade, and I was teaching 8th grade at a middle school in Greensboro. And Theo Pinson was inside my first classroom that I had. So he was in my first block, first thing in the morning. We had about 55 minutes to an hour every day together. And the one thing I loved about Theo is Theo had such a confidence about himself. Now, it wasn't a confidence in the fact of, hey, I'm the greatest person of all time and all of that. It wasn't like that. It was this self voice that he would create for himself that, you know what, I'm going to achieve this. I can do this. Now, Theo was a pretty tall guy because he was a basketball player. And so he was a pretty popular guy, played really well, played great basketball in middle school, went on to play very well in high school. And I will talk a little bit more about that in just a second. But Theo always stayed grounded in who he was and what he was going to be able to accomplish. And so he would say, hey, look, I may be a great basketball player, but I've got to be really good in school. I got to be sharp in school. I want to lead others around me. So I got to see Theo, who really, you know, a great basketball player, but I got to see him every single day be nice to other people. He was super kind. He was willing to carry things for other people, open the door for people, but he was also just always sitting in the front row wanting to do great things inside of his classroom. And I got to see that every single day. So let me tell you something a little bit about Theo. Theo, of course, is from Greensboro, right? But he also played high school basketball right up the street at Wesleyan Christian Academy in High Point. So he went on to play basketball for North Carolina, for the University of North Carolina, played in 2 national championship games. And it was awesome to be able to see Theo playing on national TV, saying, man, I taught this guy when he was in 8th grade, and look at him now. He's continuing to do good things. But everything that Theo is achieving, he is well deserving of because of his attitude and because of his positivity and his self-talk. Now, if you know anything about Mr. Hagee, I'm not a Carolina fan. I leave that to Miss Starr and a couple of other people. But in the NBA, I'm a Dallas Maverick fan. And so Dallas, greatest team of all time, right? With Luka and all that. But there's somebody else that plays for the Dallas Mavericks that is awesome. His name is Theo Pinson. So Theo plays in the NBA now. And he actually plays for my favorite team. Go figure, right? So Theo has made it all the way to the NBA. There he is most recently, that bottom picture. That's this year, right? That's a picture taken a couple of months ago in a game that he was playing against the Utah Jazz in. So Theo has made his way all the way from a middle school basketball team to the NBA, one of the most elite things that you can do, because not everybody makes it to the NBA. But this young man was able to do it. And one of the things that Theo has some raw talent, right? He's a taller guy. He's about 6'6", 6'7", can shoot the basketball, very good basketball player. But what I love about Theo, and I saw him in an interview after a game a couple of nights ago for the Mavericks. Theo is the same guy he was when I met him in 8th grade. And it's the confidence that he has, the confidence he has in himself, what he wants to achieve, and watching him be able to achieve his goals is fantastic. And so getting to see Theo on a national stage is awesome, but I still see an 8th grader every single time I look at him on a kid that believed that he was going to be the best reader, be the best mathematician, be the best scientist in the whole building, be the nicest person. He continued to do that, and he still does that today. So we highlight Theo Pinson, and I want to ask you, right, what are things that you can tell yourself today to build your confidence? So anybody that is watching this right now inside of the Eagle's Nest, you can be and do whatever you want to do in life. Theo is a great example of that, sitting in the front of my 8th grade class, now playing in the NBA. But he worked for it. Every day he worked for it. And I can attest that he worked for it every single day, not only on the basketball court, but in the classroom and outside the classroom. But what are you saying about yourself today that's going to continue to build your confidence in who you are, right? We're not walking around saying, I'm great, I'm the best person. No, that's not even what Theo did, right? We're walking around saying it to ourselves. You know what? I am enough. I can do great things today. I can be kind. I can serve other people. I will actively listen in class today because my teacher is bringing it today. I love my teacher, and I'm going to be with them today in all that we do. And so those are the things that you can tell yourself. And guess what? Even if you're 5 and 6 years old right now, you can still tell yourself that right now in kindergarten. It's okay. You can tell yourself that in pre-K right now. The sooner you begin to tell yourself that you can achieve these things, the better it's going to be in the long run. So I'm excited to see one day on morning announcements, I'm going to be highlighting one of you and all the great things that you've been able to do, because I know that you're going to get there because you are elite scholars, because you are a Fairview scholar. Hey, it's 7:41. It's time to get after it today. I'm excited to see what you do in the Eagle's Nest today. I'm excited for a great day of tutoring after school and then getting to see you for a little bit after school this evening. It's going to be a great Thursday in the Eagle's Nest as we charge forward to Friday. I hope you have a fantastic day today. Remember to talk positively about yourself, and then ask yourself, what are you doing to help others around you today? Because that's what makes you great. Remember to be great, because you are great. Have an awesome, awesome Thursday.